So let's make sure we get the essential question down. This is our goal today, to be able to talk about how we solve two-step equations. So how do we solve two-step equations? Let's get that down in the essential question box. The topic today is solving two-step equations. And let's get the date down. Suppose you have $18.75 to spend at the fireman's picnic, and whoa, they now charge $5.50 to get in for admission. And then it's $1.50 per ride. How many ride tickets can you buy? We're going to go through a system. We're going to define our variable, relate the problem in words, and then we're going to write out the problem using numbers and symbols. When we define the variable, it typically goes from the question. So look in the question. The question is going to tell us what we're going to need to try to find. So how many ride tickets do you need to buy? So the X equals the number of tickets. Let's start with the admission. Whatever the admission is at a place, plus the number of rides times the cost of the ride. So the number of rides, or the number of ride tickets, because that's actually different at the fireman's picnic. Just because you have one ticket actually does not mean you get one ride every time. No, no, no. So the admission plus the number of ride tickets times the cost per ride ticket, I should stress, equals the total. So after we deal with words, now we're going to put the numbers and the letters, or meaning like put in our variable. So here we go. Admission we know is $5.50. The number of ride tickets, that's actually our variable. Granted, it's not word for word, but the number of tickets is the same as the number of ride tickets, times the cost per ticket, which is $1.50, equals the total that you even brought to the place, $18.75. When we get to this solving step, let's write the equation in a better format. We had $5.50 plus X times 150, or what was it? Was it 150? Yeah. Okay. So instead of X times 150, I'm going to put 150X equals $18.75. And now I start undoing, which whatever makes sense within the problem. You walk into that fireman's picnic, and you're going to immediately give them $5.50. So you take away $5.50, but the way we do it in algebra is you take away $5.50 on both sides. After that, I need to figure out, okay, how many tickets can I buy? So we're at division. We're going to undo this multiplication, and we're going to divide. So the outcome here, 1325 divided by 150 is 8.83 repeating. The bad thing is we got to make sense of it back to the problem. It says how many ride tickets can you buy? So you've got to make sense of it. We can buy 8 tickets. This is our answer. When you have a word problem, you need to put it back into the context of the problem. We can buy 8 tickets. So with this second example, I just want to practice how to undo equations. So first step, we're going to subtract 5. -4 on the left side. Then we've got to try to figure out how to undo this. So in order to do this operation, we're going to multiply both sides by 12. We cross cancel or cross reduce. When you multiply by 12, that undoes dividing by 12. On the left side, we've got -48 equals -k. Let's divide both sides by -1.
You get 48 equals.
So answer, 48 equals k. We're going to check our problems. You can either do this mentally, or you can do this using your calculator, or you can do it by hand. Either way, plug your number back in, and eventually you should get the number that is on the other side of the equal sign.
Which is 1.
So example 3. Let's solve this. 10 equals 2n plus 1.
Wait, can I check?
So 10 equals 2n plus 1. You subtract 1 on both sides. You divide by 2. We've got 2 ways to write our answer. Either in an improper fraction. Improper fraction will help us mentally check a little bit better, especially when it's not just a 2. Or you can put it into decimal form, which is easier to put into your calculator. One of the two. Either or is going to be fine with me for today. So, we can either mentally, or not mentally check, but if sometimes this decimal is not going to be nice. That's what I want to stress. Sometimes this decimal is not going to be nice. That's where the fraction may come in a little bit handy. Because if I look at 2 times 9/2 and put that 2 over 1, I can cross cancel or cross reduce, however you want to say it. And I still get 9 plus 1, and I didn't have to touch a calculator. Again, you make sure that that number for right now is the same one on the other side. Hey,